those of you on Ustream, you are watching very clear and quality picture this morning. I want to thank you all for coming to. I want to thank each and every one of you for giving Jesus your lunch hour. To pray with me and also to hear the written and the specific revealed word from heaven. This afternoon, we continue to minister about the wind is coming. The wind is coming. Last night, as I was watching the news about the airplane that crashed in France, the German airplane, German wings. I was talking with a group of people last night, and I said to them that was like yesterday's evening, like around 3 in the afternoon. And then suddenly the Spirit of God said to me, what you are seeing is the new form of wickedness that has come upon the earth. The new form of wickedness. I remember when we had that plane that got lost in Malaysia, the Malaysia airline, and God spoke to me about how people who have mental problems, people who are angry at their job, especially pilots who are angry at their fellows or at their boss or at the corporation, people who are bringing problems from their homes to their jobs. The new way to end life is going to be from the sky. It's going to be from the sky. And also terrorists will send a lot of their people to become pilots. So we have to be aware of that. We have to be aware of that. Two groups of people, God told me, the government of different nations have to focus on those two groups of people to make sure that they are well trained, not just professionally, but their head has to be screened. Their family life, whatever they are doing, has to be completely exposed. If not, they should not be allowed to do those kind of jobs. There are police officers and pilots of airplanes, those two groups, because those are the two groups that will lead nations into big disasters, because those are the targets of wickedness. A police officer who is angry can act out anyhow, especially with the power in his hand, which is the gun. I'm talking of many police officers are mad. They are crazy. They have mental problems. And they have to be properly screened for this kind of a job. To be a police officer, you need to pass through certain assessment, including public relation, how to work with another police officer, how to work with people of various cultures. If you don't pass those exams, if you don't pass those criteria, you can have all the degrees in the world, but if you do not pass those simple criteria, and then your religion has to be taken into consideration. What kind of religion are you a member of? Whether you are Christian, Muslim, Hindu, Buddhist, have to be taken into consideration. And where do you go? It's not breaking personal or private laws. It is to save the wider community of humans. So yesterday I was sharing with them, and God was sharing and said, tell them that the person who flew the airplane, the last person to sit inside that cockpit, is the person that decided to kill himself and decided to kill everybody else. Because the person is angry. So I told the group of people that I was talking to that this is what God just told me. That is not that the person inside the airplane had a problem, like a heart attack or sudden sickness. No, the person personally decided to crash the plane. Just like the Malaysian airline that got missed, the two people, the pilot and the co-pilot of the Malaysian airline that they've not been able to see, they decided purposely to crash it. And that's gonna be the new way that things are. You'll be seeing that. So before you leave that's why I like the way it is in Europe, that you can go by fast train from France to England to Germany. You can connect with those things. Because the new ways that people are going to act out, including professionals, is going to be in the air. Because there is a big war in the air. So before you leave your home, if you are traveling, make sure you spend time to fast and to pray before you climb those airlines. Because you don't know who is angry with the corporation, who is angry with the airline that he or she is flying, who is angry with his girlfriend or boyfriend, who is angry with a nation, who is angry with a particular race. You have no idea. And before you leave your home, pray. If you don't know how to pray, I have several prayers on the internet for you to pray. Because the police officer can stop you and just shoot you for no reason. And they will tell you it's not a mistake. They were mistaking you for somebody else. And I have asked, what happens to the old way of policing? Which was, somebody tells you they are selling drugs in that house. Something wrong is going to that. You come, a police officer will come. In the olden days, the police officer will come with a baton, with a pepper spray, with a gun. And he will knock. Hi, good morning, madam. We are just taking a look at the neighborhood, and we just want to make sure you are safe. We wanna check your house, make sure how many people live here. And the poor old lady say, I'm the only person here. Nobody lives here. Because somebody can call 911, can call the cops on you. Somebody who is angry at you and tell them something bad about you, and they will just come kick the door in and start shooting. That's how the little baby was shot. Was it a year or two ago? Because somebody said they were doing something bad, they were selling drugs in that house, and it was a lady and her little baby, infant baby in the crib. And the cop simply broke down, went in, started shooting. And that's how the baby got a shot. And there was no drugs, there was nothing. Or the other one that they showed on TV of this little boy, a little boy around 7 or 8 or 9, highest 10 years old, was playing with a toy gun in the park with other kids. And somebody said there's somebody with a gun at the park. And the cops arrive and start shooting the little boy. What happened to the old system? That the cops come park their car to really find out what is happening. And then speak through the loudspeaker that they normally have. Put the gun down, little kid, put the gun down, the cops are here. Everybody come out, come out, come out, come out. Or like the one that we just saw last week of the mother crying. The mother asked for cops to come and help take the son or whoever in the house to the hospital. He's acting out. He's threatening to kill somebody. And they came in. What happened to the old system of pepper spraying the person or tease the person? Just take the person, just overpower the person. And then handcuff the person and take the person out. And as the cops came in, this mentally, he had a mental problem. And the cops knew. The cop that shot him knows that he has a mental problem because they've been there before. And that guy was just, he lifted up, what is it? Is it a screwdriver? He lifted up a screwdriver and the police officer started shooting. It's not fair. It's not fair. Or a guy is welding a knife at the police officer and the police officer said, drop it. And the guy is going to shoot me. Do you not know that that guy has a mental problem? That a normal person will not do that. A normal person will just, sir, how are you? Good day, good evening. What can I do for you? He said, well, we discovered that one of the tail light is off and so on. He said, I didn't know it was working this morning and so on. That's not a cause for you to go and give the person a ticket. Just write something and say, go and get it fixed. We give you 2-3 days, go and get that thing fixed. So that you will not put other people's life in danger and your own life. That's what cops are supposed to do. Instead, they will write you a bad ticket on something you don't even know. If you decide to, I don't encourage people to talk back to police officers. I don't. Be nice to them and be quiet. Because there's a lot of people who have not succeeded in their normal jobs, who have failed in the job that they started in life, and they've turned around to become pilots and police officers. Police officers to beat up people, to show power. There are people who love power. It's not about the money. Police officers are not even paid. They are not even paid anything. What they are paid is peanut. But there are many people who goes to become police officers because they enjoy power. They enjoy the power of the gun. And I'm not advocating that anybody should shoot police officers. Do not shoot police. If a police officer stops you, stop. Don't talk. Come out. Be nice to them. I have police officers in my family. And I like them. I've never had police disturb me. The only place I've had police lied against me was in Florida. That's the only time I knew that police officers are one of the biggest liars I've ever seen. Big liars. Why? In order for them to climb. In order for them to make money. It's about money and power. And yet there are many police officers in America, Canada, England, in different parts of Europe and the world who are ordinary nice people who just want to do their job. I mean, many times police officers have saved my life. I do not advocate for cops to be shot. Because when once that begins, that's what God told me. If the police department they do not innovate, they do not stop this problem, if they do not begin to retrain their people that you should not meet force by force, except people begin to shoot at you. If somebody begins to shoot at the police officer has the right to shoot back at the person. So if the person gets killed, that is the problem. But if the person is wielding a knife, a club, a plier, a stick, or talking back to a police officer, that police officer should be trained in the way to make people give up. We have people who are trained, even in a hostage situation. They know how to talk to those who are holding those people hostage, and they let people go. Where are those trainings? Okay, where are the training of tackling people with martial arts? What about the baton that they used to throw at people? Okay, if you want to shoot the person, do you need to shoot and kill? Why not break the person's leg? But I understand why they will not want to shoot the person in the hand or shoot the person in the leg. The reason is because of the court system. Because the cops will go to court. It will be a long trial. They might be made to pay a lot of money. So they will shoot you and kill you. Because a dead person doesn't talk. And it's unfortunate that they are shooting the wrong people, because when you shoot somebody who is highly demonized, the ghost of that person is coming after you to wipe you and your generation out. Because I know of people who are very dangerous in the supernatural. You make mistake to start buzzing and doing this power thing as a police officer with that person, you are going. Because they will go to the circle. I use the word to the circle. And we'll talk about you, and the following day, that's the end of you. Something will kill you. And we are lucky we live in a civilized world where people have not reached that place where you will see people begin to die for no reason. Nobody is shooting anybody, but people cannot wake up from their bed. And pilots are doing the same thing. They are destroying up to 10 generations of their families by this kind of nonsense that people are doing. Same thing with all these Islamic fundamentalists, fanatics, race fanatics of different races. You're putting a lot of generations into trouble. You're destroying innocent lives. You're depriving children of their parents. You're depriving a wife of a husband, and husband of a wife. You are stopping creativity of life from going on. Why I do not advocate anybody shooting police officers? The amount of money, the amount of resources that goes in to train one police officer is so much. If we don't have police officers to watch our neighborhoods, to come to our aids, ordinary citizens will kill each other and finish each other. It will be a war of the titans. It will be a clash of the titans. There are so many bad people in every neighborhood, whether affluent neighborhood, whether billionaire neighborhoods. There are very bad people who will move in, and they're already there. I have lived in very nice neighborhood in Kansas, and yet people were dying. It was the best side of town. People were dying. People were selling drugs. People were shooting their kids and their wives, doing it all. So it doesn't matter where you run into, it will happen. That's why you need to be protected. I want you to love police officers, and I am praying for the time when every police department will not be after money and power, but will be after the people. I mean, many times I have stopped police officers and asked them whether they've had dinner or lunch, and they say no. I give them money. I say, you go to that gas station and get food. I can assure you, police officers are not highly paid. And also, people insult them a lot. And when they add all this, that is why fire department people in the fire department, people in the military, all the branches of military, and police officers, they have the highest divorce rates. Because of the enormity of stress of their jobs. And when you add all those stress to people talking nonsense at them, people welding stick, people welding fork, people wanting to shoot them, then they're already crazy enough with the stress, they begin to shoot. So let's face it. And it's worse with some races, white, black, Hispanic, all that. A police officer asks you, come down, and you don't want to leave your car. You don't want to obey a simple instruction of come out. Please come out. Let them search. Let them talk to you. Don't talk back. Except where you know you're right. Then you use the law. You use the legal services. If you feel you are being cheated, if you feel he doesn't understand what he's doing, that is it. Let's be of help to the cops, but I'm also praying that the nations of the world will learn to screen their pilots better and screen people going into the military and people going into becoming cops, because they deserve better. Military men and women deserve better. Police officers deserve better. Pilots deserve better. Those three people in the fire department, they deserve better. They do not need to work under these kinds of stress that they are working. And then they put it, and you see it playing out there. It's not fair on them. We are a rich country. Countries of the world are rich to be generous to people in these three sectors of life: pilots, police departments, fire departments, and the military. We need to be generous to them. I have seen military people come back from wherever they were sent to in foreign service, and they come back broken, nothing. It's almost like they were abandoned. I'm serious. It's not fair.